Alright, good morning YouTube. As always, it is May 16th and we're starting with looking at the news. We have CPI coming out for the Canadian dollar, as well as core retail and retail sales for the US dollar in 20 minutes. Alright. Let's swap back to our charts. Let's get on the hourly and sort of do what we normally do. Let's review some of the trades from last week that we've entered. This was the CADJPY trade from last week that hit profit. Still kind of trending along this upward channel. This is the UJ trade that sort of took at the same time. Also hit profit, also continuing to trend along this channel. EURCAD was one of the losses last week. You can see he's sort of failing to respect these levels of structure and is breaking below these trend lines as well as these levels of support or supply and demand. GBPAUD, same thing, ended up getting into the entry up here, hit stop loss down here, didn't go for a re-entry, although in hindsight might have been prudent if you would have hit the take profit. And I entered down here, EURUSD. This was a trade from the end of last month. Very large take profit, large stop loss. Ended up hitting stop loss just on Friday, Thursday. Apologies. EURNZD. This was a double loss, so I ended up getting into a trade idea here. Hit stop loss, got into a trade idea here, hit stop loss, and then immediately shot up to take profit. GBPUSD went for the rejection here, got into the sell. Price came super close to taking me out, but did not. Eventually ended up hitting the take profit, the 2-hour take profit down there. And AUDCHF, same thing, got into the sell here and ended up in the take profit down here. Alright, those are the trades for the last couple weeks. Let's get into the analysis today. AUDCAD. We can see he's on this nice downtrend, but he is sort of going sideways down here. There was an opportunity for a scalp on Friday, I believe, if you look at the stream. Didn't end up taking it. Ended up moving the entry slightly higher. To be honest, I'm not sure how that would have played out. I think I definitely would have hit stop loss on that scalp had I kept it, or I kept it. I would have, but I'm not sure if I would have hit stop loss if I had kept the secondary trade idea with the higher entry. But anyways, could be a good sell idea on the lower time frame. Looking for him to more or less meander up here. Looking for some sort of pattern like that where it could be a good opportunity for a sell. But yeah, we'll just let that play out. Let's go to the hourly. AUDCHF. Can't say I'm looking for anything new right now. Just kind of letting it play out. Same thing with AUDJPY. We have a bit of a wedge here. We have these lower highs, and we've got these higher lows. So likely just wait for him to break out into a certain direction and see if we can't get it on the retest. AUDNZD. Can't say. So I would still say that's a good level of structure to keep in mind, but can't say I'm looking for anything in particular right now. Just sort of watching it move. AUDNZD. Same thing, nothing particular here. CADCHF. He's right along this trend line, but can't say that I feel there's enough level of structure here. Like this sort of again, the price action is just a little too messy. It just doesn't feel like it fits well enough to trade. CADJPY. If he sort of continues up and comes back down to say here, I'd be looking for a buy depending on how that price action looked. But that's sort of the anticipation of what's likely not going to happen. But if it did happen, be ready and willing to sell. Same with this guy. That's sort of the anticipation of the price action in order to get into a sell. Even if this were to happen, I don't know if I'd want to get into a sell. Just overall, you can see this upward trending momentum. This was a bit of a break of this trend line, but we did end up getting support here. So if price were to come up to this level of resistance, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the price action looks like when or if he does come up to this level of resistance. That's actually a pretty good level of support. We end up having rejections here, here, here. A bit of a support here, 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 and here. And this could be a good opportunity for a buy here. I kind of see that obviously he's broken through this trend line, but I don't know if I necessarily... I use trend lines to help determine direction, but I would hazard that really timing the entries with the supply or support resistance supply demand levels is a bit more key. So for now we'll just let this play out, but we are monitoring this for potential buy. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna pour myself some coffee. Be right back. Alright, we are back. I hope you enjoy my mug of coffee. It says Daddy Shark. There we go. My girlfriend has another mug that says Mommy Shark. So just letting you guys know, we are Daddy and Mommy Shark. Alright, let's continue on. EURCHF. EURCHF was a potential sell yesterday. We had this longer time frame descending trend line, and then we ended up having this support. The idea, I think, if I remember, was to sell after it broke. So it was either to do this. If it went down, it was to sell here, or if it went and broke up, it was to buy there. So we were looking for a sell or a buy. And it obviously came up to this level and has since come down, and I did neither sell nor buy. So now we're just monitoring it. This is an important lesson. Be careful of all the traders who tell you everything they predicted but did not enter. Everybody is a millionaire trader in hindsight trading. Most people will admit very quickly to all the winning trades they would have taken, but they won't admit very quickly to all the losing trades they would have taken, or they don't even acknowledge it, and it's very, very common. Anyways, I think we're just gonna leave this guy be for now. His price action's looking a little bit messier. There could be an opportunity for a sell up here. When he comes up to this level, but I'm not going to take that. You can take it if you want. There's a little bit of analysis behind it, but it's not a great trade, to be honest. Let's go back to checking these guys out. EUROJPY. On the 1 hour, we've broken out of this bit of a trend line, bounce off this level of support. Can't say I'm looking at anything specific for my trade style here, so let's move right along. EURGBP has continued to maintain under this level. but again is looking quite messy. Price action looks a little disordered, so we are going to leave it be. EURNZD. All right. Maybe something here on the smaller time frame. Maybe not. Nah, let's just move right along. EURUSD. Oof. This is looking better. I would get into a sell here on EURUSD if it came up. Oh well, we got news in 4 minutes. Let's quickly check our basket. EURU. These are some trades from the previous day. So USD itself is quite disordered. Can't say it's being super strong. How's the euro doing? Euro is also quite disordered. A few pairs it's up on, a few pairs it's down on. Yeah, I would get into this. I would set a limit order here. If news comes in and shoots it up, let's just figure out where's a good entry. I'm a big fan of whole number entries. And where might be a good stop? I want our stop to be nice and tight. Maybe 300. We'll go entry here at 2, profit at 700, and stop at 350. So we've got a market order in place. Honestly, with news coming out, this could just dump, but there's a good opportunity that it could come up as well. So this will sort of be the trade we're taking and monitoring today. Let's continue on for the next couple minutes and see what happens when news comes out. GBPAUD. Again, can't say I'm looking at much here. Maybe something on the lower time frames, but we're just gonna continue to monitor. GBPCAD has continued to more or less go sideways in this range. He did hit this low and then rebound, but not much here. This was the trade we were monitoring, GBPCHF. Hoping to see him break above this level and continue upward in this channel. This is sort of the ideal price action we're looking for to get into a buy. Up toward this channel here. So we're obviously still monitoring it. Has news come out yet? Let's see. Okay. So looks like the USD news. We're not really too we don't care too much about the Canadian news, but the USD news looks like it's the actual is worse than forecast, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I can interpret that. I get it, you know, it does tell you in the red folder actual greater good for currency, so worse than forecast, probably bad for currency, but that isn't always the case, as we well know. So let's take a look. It does look like it is going well for the US dollar. So EURUSD is dropping. If for whatever reason this starts to come back up, we'll see if it triggers our entry. But we aren't going to hold our breaths. So let's continue on. GJ. Again, price action's looking a little messy. We have these lower highs. We actually have what kind of looks like another sideways wedge or channel in this upward channel. So price action's looking a little too messy to trade, at least on the higher time frame. GBPNZD. Similarly, can't say I see anything that looks too pretty to trade. So we are just gonna forego this analysis for now. GU, same thing, looking a little messy. NZDCAD. Yeesh. That was a big drop. Nothing there. NZDCHF. This could be interesting. We have this trend line support here that's being followed. There could be not sure what I'm expecting here, but maybe something like that. If it does come up, this could be a good head and shoulders pattern. Where we throw it. So left shoulder, right shoulder. Sorry, it's looking a little messy, but anyways, we're gonna monitor it. He's following this trend line pretty well. If he breaks this trend line, there could be more opportunity to the downside. NZDJ, not looking super pretty. NZDU, same thing. USDCAD, same thing. USDCHF continues to trade just in this sideways price action. UJ, not much here. Then let's look at our indices. And gold lastly. How's gold doing? Gold's down a little bit today. That's okay. Alright. Gold could be an opportunity for a buy. I typically am not a huge fan of trading gold or the indices. I do like to keep them monitored though. They do act as a good correlation. And there is some opportunity sometimes if price action does look clean enough. Right now I'm looking, this could be a buy. We had this previous level of support multiple times rejected, turned into, resistance, turned into support here and here. Price is coming down on this wedge. We could definitely see price rejecting here, coming back down, and then shooting up. But that being said, you know, we look back at the previous highs and you had some pretty precipitous drops after it reached this 250 level, 250, 270 level. Although price action is looking significantly different this time around. A lot more support forming for price to continue even higher, it looks like. I'm gonna stay out for now. Alright, let's go back and let's view everything on the 5-minute time frame. See if we can't get into any scalps or at least see anything. Let's quickly review EURUSD. Yeah, the likelihood of him coming up here after that negative news seems to be pretty slim, but we're still going to keep the limit order open as I do think it's still a pretty good opportunity. EURCAD is getting crushed on poor Canadian news. Oh. Mixed Canadian news is good for the Canadian dollar apparently. Anyways, let's quickly rush through on the 5-minute. AUDCAD. This is a sort of small time frame analysis. Ideally it was going to come up to this level and we could go for a sell, but it is getting crushed by the Canadian news. So we are not going to try to catch a falling knife. We're just going to monitor it. I get there's these levels of support down here, but there's not enough confluence. You know, maybe if it was trading in a channel and I could line up a trend line down here to the support level, I'd feel that would be a secondary level of confluence, but I cannot, so we are staying out of this trade. Moving along, AUDCHF. Can't say I see anything of high value here. AUDJPY. Similarly, I think we're in this bit of a symmetrical triangle here, waiting for a breakout and then maybe try to buy the retest. AUDNZD. Not much happening here. AUDUSD again, not a lot. CADCHF. Is going up on the news, but price action still just looks like it's going sideways. Not much opportunity. CADJPY. This could be an opportunity for a buy. Let's see how the JPYs are doing. EURJPY is down. GJ is down. NJ is down. UJ is down. The only and AUDJ is down. So the only JPY that is up right now is the Canadian JPY. So it doesn't speak much to the momentum of the yen. It's likely only up because of the Canadian news. So that kind of discounts me wanting to trade it right now. You know, if the other yens were up as well, it would show that the yen is particularly weak, but I think the yen's quite, it's not super strong today, but it's strong enough for me not to want to take this trade. Otherwise, I'd be looking for price to come down and then bounce off this level. From here to back up, and we would get into a buy here. But we're not going to do that. Euro AUD is going sideways. EURCAD, not much happening. EURCHF, again, could be another good opportunity to get into this. It's a little bit disordered, but I like to draw multiple trend lines. The more trend lines you can draw, the better picture you get. It gets a little cluttered, but chances are, you know, trend lines can be a bit subjective. So if you draw multiple trend lines and they all sort of intersect along a similar area, chances are there are other people drawing the similar trend lines that are also seeing them. If you draw one trend line, you might be drawing a trend line that nobody else is drawing, or that very few people are drawing. And trading is a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, you need as many people to see the same price action as you to move the market. No, not seeing anything. That's our EUROU trade. I'm actually gonna throw the entry in for this guy. Feel free to join the Telegram to see the entries for trades like this. Let's take a copy image. Telegram. Yeah. is set. Whoa. There we go. Okay. Let's get back into this. GBPAUD. Lots of good upward price action here. But again, pretty messy. You know, we do have the bit of a higher high, higher low setting, but it's not beautiful. You know, you get the higher low, lower low, higher low, higher low. We're gonna stay out for now and just monitor. Looks like he finally broke below this level of support on the news. Can't say I see a whole lot on these guys. Nice little rejection here. Oh, yeah, don't need to review these guys. Okay, so the only two we're really looking at is EURCHF and EURUSD. We're looking for shorts on both. Quickly check out how CHF is doing. The Swiss franc is quite strong. Swiss franc is down on every pair except for the Canadian. So USDCHF is down. The USDCHF is down. AUDCHF is down. NZDCHF is down. EURCHF is down. And GBPCHF is down. For this GBPCHF, I'm looking to go for a long-term buy. However, for EURCHF, I'm looking for a sell. So, price action here does favor the downside significantly. We do have this meandering sort of wedge down here. How's the euro doing? Euro itself is kind of all over the place. EURUSD is kind of floating at break even on the day. EURCAD is down. EURAUD is up. EURNZD is up. EURCHF is down a little bit, as we can see here. So not a lot of daily momentum, which to me just means that the basket stocks are doing quite well. Alright, that's it for today, people. So EURUSD, if price manages to come up here, we will get into a sell. I don't think it will. I honestly think because of the news, it's just going to float down here. I'm not too sure how happy I would be getting into the trade if it just kind of meanders here and then comes up. I might just exit the limit order at that point. I was kind of hoping price was going to come up on news and then reject. EURCHF, same thing. He is in this bit of a downward trend, but it's a very wonky price action, so not giving the best signals. Anyways, that's it for the analysis today. Thank you for joining, and good luck. Good luck on your trading days. Good luck on the rest of the week. Wishing you the best. See ya.